Underrated. The Bible. The Bible. All right. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. At the risk of pissing you off, I'm writing to say that the Bible is underrated. That doesn't piss me off. I mean, it's a hell of a story. You know? Really, all religious texts are underrated, and I can't blame anyone for underrating religion, since religion is a lot of speculative crap. No, I think the basis of all religions are the way you should live life. Like the 10 Commandments is like common sense. The 7 deadly sins, I love that shit. It's that once you start being like, you know, he loves us best, and you don't believe what we're saying, so you're infidels, and now we have to kill you, or we have to have a crusade. You know, that's where I make my departure. You know, or you're constantly telling me that this thing is fucking mad at me because I'm flawed, despite that's the way he fucking made me. Like, that's never made sense to me. Or like if there's a God that, you know, he makes somebody like a sociopath. And a sociopath is basically a broken human being. Like, they didn't get all the parts. And it's like not even their fault that they're born that way, that they don't feel anything. All right? That's not that person's going to hell because they were born fucked up. You know? Now, I'm not saying I have sympathy for sociopaths. I think they should be hunted down and fucking shot in the street like rabid dogs. But I'm just saying, as far as the, are you going to heaven or hell? I mean, isn't that like on the manufacturer? I've always equated it to that. Like, you know, it'd be like if you built a piece of shit car, like you fucked it up when you built it, and then you get mad at it because it doesn't run right. You know? So that's my thing. So, you know, if you're into the Bible, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I want to bring up the book of Job. Huh? Look at that. I said it right. I didn't say Job. Job, which reads as a tale of cruelty because God and the devil got together to put Job through the ringer. Do you know how bad I would love to read the book of Job and actually be able to read more than 2 paragraphs without sitting there going, what the fuck are they talking about? I think most people, religious and otherwise, miss an important point. Throughout the text, Job's friends went half-cocked, saying that Job must have done something to deserve what was happening to him. Sounds like the type of thing a lady would say. No, it sounds the type of thing like a religious nut would say to me. At the end, God became angry with Job's friends for making this assumption and made them do sacrifices just for being smart-ass shitheads. So the Bible has all kinds of moral concepts that have barely survived into the modern era, probably thanks to all the linguistic mangling. Well, thank God you're there to figure it all out. Job demonstrates that the burden of proof falls upon the accuser. It's even part of our justice system, but nobody gives it the importance it deserves, especially Christians. If there's a God, he's definitely pissed at you-know-who. No, I don't. I don't know who. I was totally with you until you put it all on the Christians. But now I think that, which means you're either Jewish or Muslim or fucking, I don't know, what. Is there something else? Who are those people who pray to the trees? Hippies? Is that a religion? Huh? Dirty hippies? That's not a religion. Hindu? No, not Hindu. Hare Krishna? Aren't Hare Krishnas just dirty hippies who shave their heads? Or am I thinking of that Charles Manson movie where the Manson family all shaved their heads? I don't fucking know. I don't know what your point was, sir. It made me want to read the book of Job, but I know what's going to happen. I'll start to read it, and then God said it unto you with the Yahweh and the seventh son of the fucking heebity-hobbity-hoo, and it's just like, all right, you know. Why don't they give a... I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's an updated version of it where they actually write it in a more modern English. like the band. All right, Bill, wife left. Bill, so I got a text from my wife a couple weeks ago saying she had taken our dog and her things, left, and we're getting a divorce. Wow. She gave you a text message. You know, that's kind of the way to do it. In a selfish way. You know. Do you know I know somebody who did that? I knew somebody who was in a fucking relationship forever. And I guess they just didn't know how to get out of it. So here's an option for people out there, men and women. And sir, this has nothing to do with you. This just reminded me of this. So this fucking guy, his woman went on a cruise or went on some sort of wine tasting thing or whatever. And I guess he knew that she was going on this trip. So before she left, he already found another apartment, signed a lease, and all that type of shit. So she leaves. I mean, she was leaving for like 2-3 days. He had another buddy of mine went over there. They packed up all his shit and fucking moved it out to this new place. And then, you know, he just lived in that place until the day she was coming back. He came back to the apartment. She comes home and immediately sees half the shit is gone. And he just dropped the bomb like that and said, listen, you know, we need to talk. I'm not fucking happy. And when I tell you this fucking woman flipped the fuck out, flipped the fuck out, like went absolutely fucking ballistic. And and I always wanted to ask her why. What was it that made you flip out? Would you have flipped out less? Because she didn't even go into the surprise of what? Oh my God, crying, and went immediately to anger. And I think it was because he was already out. And there wasn't going to be any sort of closure / I can torture you and be a total cunt to you. Like he sidestepped all of that and just made this clean ass fucking break. You know, Dennis Miller, that's the news, and I am out of here. That's what I thought when he did it, and I don't know why I always smile when I think, because that's the thing, you know, if you're going to break up with a woman, you just know, I mean, I never had to break up with a girl I was living with. I can't imagine that fucking hell. And this person, I mean, that's one way to do it. So if you are stuck in a relationship and you don't know how to fucking bring it up, you just don't know how to do it, that's one way to do it. Because when they come home and you're sitting there, but all your shit isn't there, that's the conversation has begun. Fuck. Anyways. So, getting back to this poor bastard. He goes, her rationale was that she always hated me. Oh, my God. Forget the 8 instances of cheating, 3 post-marriage that I tolerated just because is as good of a reason for her to leave as any. Wait a minute. Back up here. Wait a minute, dude. She cheated on you 8 fucking times? 5 times before you got married? I mean, dude, what? Come on, man. You didn't see this coming? All right, I'm going to save judgment here. He said, forget about the 8 instances of cheating, 3 post-marriages that I tolerated. Then he writes in quote, just because is as good of reason for her to leave as any. Here's where you pummel me, but she was at my mom's bedside with my mom and I when my mom died. Okay. I didn't realize. Dude, you didn't write this well. I didn't realize to her that nothing. I didn't realize to her that was nothing but her way in. I didn't realize that to her. I don't know. What, that she went to that was her way into your life? In my grief, I didn't notice she went full Andy Dufresne, just chipping away at my sense of self so she would fuck around. So when she would fuck around, I thought, well, no person in the world will hang on to me, so this is better than being alone. Fuck it. Oh, dude, come on, man. She and I have been together for 9 years, married 3. My problem is that as a 26-year-old, birthday was yesterday, none of my friends can relate, and my 1,000-yard stare, can relate. And my 1,000-yard stare at the bar just seems to be harsh. Seems to harsh their hipster PBR buzz. Dude, this is the most difficult fucking thing I've ever tried to read. Dude, you're only 26 years old. Get the fuck out of this thing. Go to the gym. Is that your problem? Huh? You got a little dough around the fucking middle? That's it, dude. Read up on nutrition. Get some fucking self-esteem, man. This is ridiculous. This fucking cunt, you know why she hated you? She's probably, one of the reasons she hates you is because you're not sticking up for yourself. This fucking, oh, dude. You know what? I'm not going to yell at you. You've already been through the fucking ringer with this one. I'm sorry you ran into something like this. I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck your male role model was when you were growing up. Didn't build you up more, but they obviously didn't fucking raise you right, and now you got to do it. Okay? You got to build yourself up, man. You can't fucking have something like this going on. You're like William H. Macy and fucking Boogie Nights. You can eventually fucking shoot her in the driveway, fucking your friend, and then go blow your own brains out. You don't want to be that guy. Fuck this woman. Because I've tried to get back out there with some people I know, but when they tell their stories from college, all I think is, I wonder if John McCain gets this mad when people his age tell stories about Woodstock. All right, now where do we make the leap there? What, they're pussy stories? And you're pissed because you missed out on that? I'm optimistic as, for the most part, my life is much better. My friends think I'm exaggerating because they saw us together, and my response is that people saw Elizabeth Smart out in public too, and she wasn't fine either. What the hell do I do? The last time I was single, texting didn't exist. I couldn't drink legally. I lived with my parents. You got the point 3 examples ago, but I keep typing. I thought maybe as a comic, when you started going on the road and didn't know people everywhere, it may have been a similar vibe. Yeah, dude, like you're starting from ground zero. You're totally beat down. You're 26 years old talking about like you're 50. You know? You're fine.